Paddy McGahan, can I start by asking you for your reaction to the conviction of Seamus Marley, who has been convicted of raping and sexually assaulting you and raping and sexually assaulting a second man?
Relief and joy, a weight lifted off my shoulders. Justice has been served. We are no longer victims, we're now survivors.
It is difficult for any victim of abuse or rape to come forward. But in your case and in the case of the other complainant in this trial, it was particularly difficult because of Seamus Marley's past and background. Will you explain that to us?
Well, Seamus Marley's past and background had a nervous role on me, especially coming forward, and the other victim, to walk into a Garda station separately to make a statement. Because if we were to walk into a PSNI station down the north, we would never have got to court.
Are you saying that, why? Who would you have to be afraid of?
Sinn Féin. Sinn Féin have their rules.
But Sinn Féin
stroke the IRA have their rules. You abide by their rules.
Your family are a Republican family.
Correct.
Seamus Marley, when this happened to you, when you experienced what you experienced, when you became a victim of this man, he was, you alleged in court, a IRA volunteer who was on the run, was staying in your house because your house had been used on several occasions as a safe house for IRA men and provosts on the run. Is that correct?
That's correct. Pierce McGill brought many volunteers.
Who's Pierce McGill?
Pierce McGill at the moment is a local sitting county councillor.
Sinn Féin councillor.
Sinn Féin county councillor. Family friend. He was the man that would bring the volunteers to the house and pick them up and take them away. Some of them might be there for a day, 2 days, and then they'd be gone a couple of months.
What caused you and the other victim in this case to come forward in the first place?
The debate in the Dáil over 4 years ago around the Maria Cahill situation. And the reason, to make it short and sweet, the smug look on Mary Lou McDonald's face was basically why myself and the other victim made statements.
You're saying this was
because
this was during the debate about surrounding the Maria Cahill case back in 2014.
Yeah, and that was the reason. I just sat back and said, enough is enough. I'm a victim. I want justice.
There is another part to this investigation that you now want to be brought to fruition. What is that?
I would like Pierce McGill and co to be investigated thoroughly, and I call on the government and the Commissioner Drew Harris to take me seriously now. Have an investigation into the perversion of justice.
Perverting the course of justice.
Perverting the course of justice, yes.
And explain to us how in this case there was an attempt made to pervert the course of justice.
The reason being, I went to get help for the other victim. We brought the details to Pierce McGill. Pierce McGill organised the kangaroo court within days or weeks of us telling them. So,
what was the kangaroo court?
The kangaroo court basically was, we were brought back to where I grew up, and our partners were sent into the kitchen. There was a lot of foot soldiers around at the front door, the hallway, the stairs. You know, basically between the whole team there could have been 10 to 12 of them. So we were brought in, and as I done on previous interviews, given the 3 options, but we went for the expulsion of.
But the kangaroo court was set up in your home by the Provisional IRA, yes, the Army Council, to establish what happened to you. Is that right?
Correct. There was 2 meetings. The first one was for us to give the details of what happened. The second one was what they were doing.
What was their conclusion?
I never forget the main gentleman there. He said, we have him, we've interrogated him, we just need to know what you want to do with him. And that was the 3 choices we were given at the time. Shoot him, have him shot, or expel him. So we went for expulsion. At the heel of the hunt, he did what he did, but just get him out of the country. Because when Seamus Marley raped me, he told me if I ever opened my mouth, I'd be shot and found on the border road. I'd be shot dead. So that's a threat from a member of an on-the-run IRA man. So you take that threat seriously. You don't walk away and say, well, I'm going and I'm telling on you. I couldn't even tell members of my own family.
So you allege that Sinn Féin councillor close to the family, Pierce McGill, he orchestrated or helped establish the Kangaroo Court. Can I ask you, who are the witnesses to Pierce McGill's involvement in all of this?
Myself, the other victim, and our respective partners. They were ushered in the door, our partners, and down into the kitchen.
Did they all meet Pierce McGill on this particular night?
Yes,
when
Pierce
this
met us
Kangaroo
at the
Court
door.
took place?
Yeah, Pierce met us at the front door. And we were escorted upstairs. Ironically, as I said in previous interviews, I was escorted up to the exact room where I was raped. And it was hard enough going to meet the IRA with fear in your eyes. It was the exact room where I was raped.
And there were three people convened, or a sort of a court panel convened to listen to
when you walk into the room, there's a table set up, Porrick Wilson in the middle. Obviously he's going to come out and deny this again, like he did, and throw his solicitors at
Porrick Wilson is a leading member of the Republican movement from Belfast.
Correct and right.
Yeah, and you claim that he was the chairperson of this three-person court.
I not only claim, I know.
Okay.
Fact is fact.
And did the other victim see him there?
Yes.
Right. So they found what they found, and they said you have the alternative to take action against this man. He's been punished. We believe you.
Yeah.
Why then did you go to the Gardaí?
Going back to the debate around the Maria Cahill situation, I just felt that Sinn Féin were laughing at me, not behind me, back at me, and I just said, enough is enough. I'll take whatever comes. I'll take whatever abuse on the streets, physical abuse. I've took it all, but I'm here.
That's since you first went public.
First went public, but that's just Sinn Féin IRA as a whole. That's the way they try and shut you up, they try and intimidate you. No, not happening. I'm sitting here now with justice in my hands. I waited so many years.
But you've been accused, if I'm correct, of saying that you were accused by other Republicans here in your hometown of being a traitor. Traitor to the cause.
A tout. I'm no tout. I was a victim. Afraid to come forward for so many years. I came forward. The other victim came forward.
But you broke the code of Omerta.
I know what they can do with their code. They could actually stand up and be counted and help the many, many other victims from many, many other volunteers around the country for so many years. They could actually stand up, Sinn Féin, Mary Lou McDonald, Jerry Adams, and say, come forward to the Gardaí. Not to us, not to Sinn Féin. Come forward. And come to me, privately.
But maybe Jerry Adams and Mary Lou McDonald have been perfectly reasonable, saying, look, they have said that before, come forward, tell the police what you know.
That is just Sinn Féin as a whole. See,
are you saying that's a smokescreen?
It's a smokescreen, always has been. Like Pierce and Arthur Morgan saying in a letter, and they're probably going to release this letter again from 2009 saying, we told you to go to the guards. They did in the law. But in personal circumstances coming to meet me, if you go to the guards, you might upset the other victim. So,
well, this was Pierce McGill said this to you, was it?
Pierce McGill and Arthur Morgan.
Did Arthur Morgan say that to you?
Arthur Morgan, on the second meeting, Arthur Morgan just went like that.
But Arthur Morgan has, in that letter, I read that letter, that he did make it very clear that that you should go to the Gardaí, and that if you needed any help from him, he would help you. So,
that's black and white print.
But perhaps maybe there's a breakdown in communication. Maybe Pierce McGill did not tell him the full story.
I told him the full story. So it didn't actually need Pierce to tell Arthur Morgan. I explained everything to Arthur what happened. But he just went like that with his hands. We're a political party now. We have no affiliation to violence. They're his words, not mine.
Very finally, you have got justice today. you want, and you're calling on the Garda Commissioner and the government to make sure that this investigation goes through to its logical conclusion.
And to help, encourage victims of IRA sexual abuse. Alongside the Catholic Church abuse victims, there's IRA sexual abuse victims. Encourage them to go to the Gardaí, a family friend. To me, as I said before, come forward. Don't be afraid. You have nothing to be afraid of. There is a few bullies out there.
And do you really think that it was, that a sexual abuse of young children by volunteers on the run was...
It was rampant.
How do you know that?
From my own experience and other people that I've been talking to, rampant. Because of the fear factor of members of the IRA, of high-ranking members of Sinn Féin. Like, I seen it there a couple of years ago. And I hope Francie Malloy can put this as a pipe and smoke it. This is me, Francie. I won, you's lost. That's the end of it.
Paddy McGahan, thank you very much.
No bother.